We good?
Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome back to the West 4th and Long podcast, coming to you from West 4th Street, downtown Cincinnati. We're presented by Koch Sporting Goods, Chatterbox Sports. Thanks, as always, for joining us. I'm Eric Cook. This is Ryan Cook, Jason Bruckman, Patrick Eichold. We're here to talk about a lot of things today, but we love it when we go on and there's some breaking news. It happened a few hours ago, but if you haven't heard, I'm sure you all have. The Bengals got themselves a new quarterback, Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco.
Did we see this one on the radar? Anyone?
No, I didn't think they were going to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing. Not calling the Giants for Jameis, which is what everybody wanted, or even Russell Wilson. They didn't kick the tires on either one of those guys, I don't think.
Well, I kind of had a feeling they would do something. Like I said, they have too much money invested not to do something.
You did say that.
You did say
I
that.
give
Too
you
much-
credit.
Was Joe Flacco on the radar? Not even close.
No.
But, I mean, the Bengals do have a starting quarterback now that has won a Super Bowl.
I don't think they've ever had that, have they? That I can think of. So let's
yeah.
look at Joe Flacco here for a second. He's, well, not the
Old.
20. Yeah, he's that. He's 40 years
Maybe
old.
they're just going the way of the Steelers. The Steelers got themselves a guy in a wheelchair, too, with Aaron Rodgers. He's doing fine.
Okay, so you bring up Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
right? An established quarterback.
Yeah.
So there's two ways to look at Joe Flacco, I think. If you look at what he did in Cleveland, 52 of 81, 432 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. Now, those are terrible numbers,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But that was a terrible offense.
Yes.
So you could look at
Aaron
it through
Rodgers
those
was terrible
lenses.
with the Jets. So
Right. And now when
going
you have an
along
established
that
offense.
line of logic.
Okay, we're going to be glass half full on this, I think.
Yeah.
tonight. That's the feeling I'm getting.
I'm
Well, maybe not.
not.
All right, well,
At least they're giving us something to be talking about.
Well, let me go through more of the numbers before we get into our opinions on this.
Yeah.
Because, Patrick, you mentioned Aaron Rodgers, right? He's established. If you look at his career, Joe Flacco's career, 16th all-time in passing yards, 22nd all-time in passing touchdowns, 12th all-time in total passing completions. Of course, he was the Super Bowl MVP of Super Bowl 47, so he does bring some hardware. He brings some statistics. I get the feeling, well, you kind of let the cat out of the bag, Jason, you're not a fan of this?
Half a fan, I guess, a little bit, but I don't think it's going to work, in my opinion. I really want it to work. I like the signing personally because you're taking a guy. You still have, 4 or 5 North games left? So he's played for the Browns. You got 1 more against them. He's played for the Ravens. You got 2 against them. He knows the Steelers. So I do like the signing in that aspect, but Zach Taylor's still the coach. And you've seen what he does, and I just don't think it's going to mesh.
You think it's more, okay, let's talk about how it's going to mesh. The Zach Taylor offense and a guy like Joe Flacco.
I have no clue how this is going to work.
It's been predicated on getting the ball out quickly, typically. That's what Burrow's known for. Flacco's going to have to do it because he can't move around behind that offensive line.
No.
So if he gets the ball out on time to the receivers who listen, I mean, if you're Joe Flacco and you're at the extreme twilight of your career, you want to hitch your wagon to one more team, isn't this kind of a good situation? You got those two on the outside to throw to?
Yeah, these are probably his best weapons he's ever had.
And he's a deep ball guy.
He is,
And
but he's an under center guy. I don't think Zach Taylor's much of an under center guy, so I don't know how this is going to mesh.
If you look at Flacco's history, he does well with tight ends. The Bengals have tight ends.
They do have tight ends.
They have tight ends. They have Chase and Higgins.
And they got Chase Brown. They've got the weapons. I'm just worried about the guy with the sheet of paper in his hand calling in the plays.
Well, and we can debate that. We're going to see, I guess, because apparently they want to get him in here this Sunday.
Yeah.
And they want him to play against the Packers in Green Bay. Talk about a turnaround.
Was that game at Green Bay that they beat them?
Did
The
no,
Browns, was that in Cleveland, or did they go
was
to
in
Green
Cleveland.
Bay?
that was in Cleveland.
That would have been
And
great if they would have.
So Flacco does have the opportunity, if he does get the start on Sunday, to do something very, very fascinating and interesting.
Yes.
I don't know if it's happened recently or ever where a quarterback has played for 2 different teams in the same year and beat the same team. But he has a chance to do that.
It'd been great if you beat them both, or the same team, at their home field twice.
I'll take what he would do. If he can pull out a victory, I don't care how he does it. The last time it was 13-10. So let's not get too excited with his performance.
No, but the
against
defense
the
has been
Packers.
playing better, and hopefully he can build off of the defense. And I think he has enough knowledge to where hopefully he has the kahunas to kind of say, Zach, you know what? This ain't going to work right now. We're going to go with this.
He's got a ring.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got a ring.
he can walk into the quarterback room with some clout.
Yep.
You know, okay, let's talk about some of the other things that maybe we wanted, right? You've been talking about Russell Wilson for how many weeks?
Russell Wilson, he's mobile. I don't think
Mobile-er.
yeah. I'm afraid with the offensive line and the immobility of Flacco, like, is he going to make it through a game? I mean,
It's fair. It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like towards this tail end of Russell Wilson's career, like in the last couple years in Seattle and then Denver, nobody really liked him in the locker room. Isn't that kind of what you've heard? I'd rather have Jameis just because everybody loves the guy. Like,
It's a great day to be in the locker room.
right?
Yeah,
but I mean,
that kind of
if
thing.
you're going for a guy like that's who because he's a great locker room guy. We know he's not afraid to sling it.
Flacco.
You'd still have all the interceptions, but at least you'd get some touchdown passes mixed in with it.
Yep.
Flacco is probably a guy that will walk in and people will respect. If you're the defense and you're maligned, you're frustrated that the offense can't help you out, and you see a guy like him walk in today or tomorrow whenever he gets here, that's got to give you a little bit of a boost, right?
Yeah, and the Bengals actually went out and did something.
That's the biggest news of any of this.
It really is, yeah. I really didn't expect them to do anything. Just wait around, hope that they can right the ship a little bit on offense, and wait for Joe to get healthy, and then turn the page to next season. But yeah, they're doing things.
The Bengals are the last spot looking in right now. They're ahead of the Chiefs in the playoff race.
Weird.
Isn't that funny?
It's hilarious that they're ahead of the Ravens at 1-4, and that's just it.
Yeah,
I think
there's an opening in the division right now and also they're lucking out with their schedule because they're playing their NFC matchups in the first half. So hopefully they can really get some things going, and in the second half when they've got all those AFC matchups and the division games, they've got a shot at it.
I'm glad you brought that up. They're 2-3 as we talk right now, and they just lost to the Lions. So me personally, we picked games here, right? Each of us, right? And we picked game by game what the Bengals were going to do, not against the spread, just straight up. And I had them at 2-3 right now with exactly the way it's laid out.
We got it on the sheet over there.
And I'm not trying to gloat, even though I kind of sort of just did. But yeah, go me. But if you look at it, we don't know that Burrow would have beaten the Broncos in Denver on Monday night. We don't know that he would have beaten the Lions this past Sunday.
That's true.
We don't know that he would have beaten the Vikings in Minnesota. So to your point, those games aren't going to matter. Now, the one in Denver might, tiebreaker-wise, right?
That could come down to
that. Could come down, yeah.
Well, they're leading their division. No, they're behind the Chargers.
It's all about tiebreakers when you don't win your division. Now, this division is extremely weak right now because of the health of the two quarterbacks. We don't know what the Steelers are going to do. We don't trust them fully. I don't think anybody really does. So what this does is it buys you time. It gives you a chance. You can compare two guys that have started games in the NFL, one with a lot more success, Flacco over Jake Browning. Jake Browning's still on the team, guys. You know? I mean, they went out and they did something. And you know what? I'll give Duke Tobin in the front office this. They didn't mortgage the future. And I know people were upset they gave away a draft pick, but they got one back. All they did was they moved back one
Didn't I see
round.
they didn't give away their draft pick? Is that what I saw?
I saw.
Did I see it's not their fifth round? It's like I thought I saw somewhere that it's not their fifth round pick. It's somebody else's fifth round pick.
That they got from somewhere else. Well, regardless, they're giving away a fifth round pick and getting a pick a round later.
Yeah.
We don't know where
who cares? They
fall.
can't draft anywaes, so who cares about the fifth
There's
or sixth
something to
round?
be said for that. I mean,
Yeah,
this
just give
roster
them
is
away.
weak because
Yeah.
they can't draft well.
They can't find talent.
But I think Tobin looked at this thing and said, you know what? Just like you said, we have Joe Burrow on a contract now. We have Higgins and Chase under control now. Heck, we have Hendrickson now.
Yeah.
So, and guys, nobody else is running away with the North. Let's go get somebody. This is a low-risk, high-reward potential move. Regardless of how it turns out, I'll give them credit for doing something. Thank God they did something.
Give him credit there. Just still worries me with the guy with the piece of paper. Calling the plays. Don't like it.
Is it a piece of paper?
I think it's laminated.
Yeah,
At least
it's
it's laminated. It's not, it's not one of these. Yeah.
Fancy.
Not a
Great if
cocktail napkin.
he came out there with one of these. And
Posted.
oh, here we go. What are
Typed
our
out,
plays
too.
today? Go route.
It can be on a whiteboard.
his
He's
own
showing the other teams.
wrist
As long
coach.
as it works, I don't care. And you know what? Who knows? He gave Burrow a lot of play at the line of scrimmage to change an audible out of
Well,
plays.
and Joe Flacco's seen it all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's seen what the Ravens can do. He's seen what the Steelers can do, all the exotic stuff they do. So
nothing changes from what we said.
Yeah, no, and his eyes are going to be better than Browning's because of everything he's seen in his career.
Browning missed a lot.
From what I understand, is Flacco still has the arm strength. Apparently, he can still sling it. So I'm hopeful that it works out, but the part that scares me the most is ZT.
Didn't you guys have a feeling of just overall malaise, just people depressed walking around? They had bags on their heads at the stadium. They're 2-3. We've been I'm sorry, Cincinnati fans, we've had a lot worse than this. And now it just got better, regardless of how it works out. They went out and they got a quarterback. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, let's wait and see.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm not hoping for much this week. You got 2 days to prepare for it. So
he is for sure going to be the starter on Sunday.
I don't know that we know that. They hope he can pick it up when he gets it.
I very much doubt, that he's going to come in and start right away. So who knows? Maybe what Jake Browning showed us at the end of Sunday, maybe that carries over a little bit. Maybe, who knows? We'll just have.
Starts.
If he falters, I think they could put in Flacco and just give him some reps to help get everybody on the same page. So,
well, regardless of what happens,
it'll be interesting.
I think you've got to let Flacco go this week because you got a short week next week.
It's almost like a free trial in a way because the game that matters is Thursday night against the Steelers after that. So let's go see what he can do.
Yeah, go see what he can do Sunday for Thursday.
If anything, put bad tape out there. Go throw a couple of picks so you don't know the offense, and then learn the offense. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really saying throw picks, but anyway, we'll see. So they have a quarterback.
They do.
He might be the second best quarterback in the city, Ryan. How about your boys up in Clifton?
Sorsby.
Yeah,
How about that?
Sorsby. So you see.
4-1.
TCB, take care of business. Look at this.
Take care of business.
We were trying to figure out before the season how many games they'd win.
Oh, man.
The big win over Iowa State. Sorsby 13-25. Efficient at the quarterback position. 214 through the air, 2 touchdowns. Evan Pryor, a good day on the ground.
Evan Pryor, yeah.
I'm going to give you some runway here because I know that you have a lot that you want to say about where they are. I mean, I'm loving where they are. What about you?
So it's awesome. It's exciting. People are fired up. I mean, they stormed the field.
We'll get to that at the end.
Calm down.
We'll get to the field storming in a minute. Give me some numbers, Ryan, before I go off on my old man rant.
This was UC's highest-ranked home win since Rutgers in 2006. It's been a while.
Rutgers was
first top 15 win since Notre Dame. We all remember that one in 2021. That was the year. Here's a fun one. Here's a trivia. This is for all you guys. How many wins versus ranked teams has Satterfield won in his FBS career? How many wins? This is ranked wins. Since with Louisville.
Is that App
against
State?
top 25?
Is this top 25 wins? How many ranked wins?
Were they currently ranked or ranked at the end of the season?
When they played. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would say
4.
when they played.
I'm going to say 3.
Wait, where all has he coached?
App State, Louisville, UC.
Did he beat Michigan in that?
No,
that was a long time ago.
They beat a Carolina team that I'm pretty sure was ranked at App State in overtime. I'm going with 3.
I'm going 4.
I'll go 5. What the heck?
This
was
his 4th win. His 4th win. Pretty close. Wake Forest twice.
I believe
and,
in
NC
Satterfield,
State.
so I know these stuff.
I'm sorry.
NC State.
NC State. Okay. All right, 4 ranked
So those
wins.
were both at
So
App
this is his
State.
4th win. I don't know. I would have guessed higher.
We talked before the year about Satterfield, what he'd have to do.
Yes.
They're tied for the top of the Big 12 right now.
They are. They're sitting just outside the top 25. I mean,
yeah, they're number 26 if you believe in that sort of thing.
26.
that's right. Just outside.
I thought 8-4. It might be better than that. I said 8-4 at the beginning of the year. It could possibly. They got 2 really, really tough games, and then they cannot
We got the
sleep
schedule.
on a couple
Pull that
of
out.
Yes,
We're going
let
to
me
talk
pull
about the
up,
schedule because now we can have some fun. Now we got a lot of W's in a row. 4 straight wins.
Which one's the schedule?
They got UCF coming to town this Saturday at the NIP. Another noon game, though. I hope they get.
There it is.
We need some night games.
Wear black.
Yeah, noon.
Wear black. That is the memo. UCF at Oklahoma State, which now is rudderless without Gundy. They got rid of him.
Oh, man.
See, they moved that. They announced an 8 p.m. game time for that.
Really?
On ESPN 2.
Okay.
8 p.m.
Well, at least it's not a noon game.
Ooh.
Good.
Yes, it's not noon.
Not at home.
All right. So, Ryan, you're looking at these, and I'll let you guys chime in too. Baylor at Utah, that's a tough one. Arizona, that could go either way.
Right.
BYU is probably the best team left on their schedule. I think the only ranked team on their schedule at this
No,
point.
TCU is the best team on that schedule.
Well, all right,
There you
Homer. Sure. Well, they got to go to the Horned Frogs. That's not going to be easy.
On Thanksgiving, Black Friday? No, Saturday.
You know, and as you're looking at this, the Big 12 always has a feel to me of if you lose 2 games, you could still be in the title game.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to look at this schedule. In my eyes, I'll let you guys chime in too and say they could go 5-2, and I think that puts them within striking distance, and they could do better the way they looked on Saturday.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Texas Tech is the one they avoided, which is good.
Ooh, well, collision course with the Red Raiders, huh? For the championship game in Dallas.
Yeah, they missed West Virginia, Colorado.
Hey, by the way, Colorado
and Arizona State.
This is a total sidebar. I want to get back to UC. Do you think now they're at 2-4, Colorado right now, 0-3 in the conference? Do you think Dion might have blown it by not leaving earlier?
Where was he going to go?
Somewhere somebody would have hired him.
I don't know.
The Dion train the hype train's not coming back to the station, is it? I don't know.
They put up a fight against TCU.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd think by now he'd have more higher recruits, or better players. The first year, he kind of put Colorado on the map, but he just wasn't able. He was still using the other previous coach's players, but this is
he brought in Gucci. Remember, he brought in his own luggage, and it was Gucci. He's got to get some more Gucci. All right, that was
He's got to get some more Gucci. Yeah.
I don't know. So to all those Louisville
by
people,
now.
to all the Louisville people out there, I said you can have Scott Satterfield. Well, you know what? Maybe we're thankful we got him at this point. Both 4-1.
All right, they lost.
They lost to their one-ranked team they played this year. UC beat the ranked team they played this year. So, I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know what? We can overreact.
Have you always been
really
a Satterfield guy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like have not.
I'm not a big fan of the visor, but yeah, I've liked Scott.
He's retired the visor.
Now he's cooking.
There you go.
When
Now
you
he's
look at some
cooking.
of these national stats, though, like they're second in Big 12 in scoring. They're third in the Big 12 in total offense. But yards per play, they're second nationally in efficiency and 8th overall nationally in 7.2 yards per play. I don't know. They're getting up there, and I don't know if it was that 70-point game, how much that skews.
They have a really good offensive line.
You
brought that up.
They have a really good offensive line.
Here, how about this? Fun fact. For the 4th time this season, Cincinnati's offensive line did not allow a sack. For the 4th time, not a sack. Entering the game, UC was one of 3 teams in the country to have allowed just 1 sack this season. Oregon and Navy are the other 2. Offensive line.
Their defensive line is really good.
Their defensive
they don't
line is
blitz
also
much.
very good.
The top teams in college football, or heck, the top teams in football, they win up front.
They went up front. Mm-hmm. That's how you build teams, up front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe that's what he was doing. To your credit, maybe.
And Corleone stayed.
Yeah.
And Sorsby stayed. These guys stayed. So obviously they believe in something.
Correct. And maybe he knew what he was doing. They didn't go out and get all the flashy guys. Pryor was a good pickup, right? Wasn't
yes.
he? Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
But I think maybe he built from the trenches out, and maybe a lot of people just weren't paying attention. And honestly, in Big 12 circles, that's not how they do it. They spread things out. They go score 70 a game.
Yeah.
So, it's funny you say about second in the Big 12 in scoring offense.
I mean,
that's about that's it's not like you're doing that in
putting up some points.
The old Pac-2 or whatever. I mean that or the Big 10. This is what you want to do in the Big 12. This is how you win the Big 12.
It is.
But you also win on a grander scale, let's just say, with some physicality.
Absolutely.
I mean, because if they do what they want to do, they're going to get to the, let's just have some fun with this.
That's right. When you got a quarterback named McDoom, I mean.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Awesome. That might be one of the best.
Well, when are we getting his jerseys
That's
in?
right.
They've always had good names. They've had Kobe Bryant.
But if they get to the Big 12 championship, let's say they beat the $40 million roster that Texas Tech has and go on to the college football playoff, this is where I want to have fun. Then you play teams like Oregon or Ohio State that have like a bunch of dudes up front, and maybe they can hang a little bit better than maybe they even did a few years ago when they played Alabama in the playoff. They didn't have we'll call it the beef, the physicality up front to hang with Alabama.
Yep.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
A lot of those dudes came back. They could have left and came back for another year.
Between the Bearcats and the Bengals getting Flacco, I'm feeling a buzz. I might be alone.
Yeah.
No? Any more buzz feelers out there?
I'm buzzing for UC.
Okay, that's fine. At least there's something.
Yeah.
A week ago, we were.
I like the Joe Flacco trade. I do.
I really do.
But I still
What
can't.
happened
I
if
have
they
no
beat-
trust in Zach.
Cautiously optimistic.
What's his record without Burrow?
Yeah.
Throw it up there.
What's his-
4-35.
4-30.
What's
without
his-
Burrow.
No, it's more than that.
And 1 with 1 tie.
What's his record with or without Joe Flacco?
Clean slate.
Yeah,
We're going
clean
to find
slate.
out.
Let's do this. Listen.
Can you picture the city if they win? Thursday night, what it would be like if they beat Green Bay?
If they
Was it
beat-
gonna be
oh,
like
yeah,
downtown on
yeah.
Thursday night, if they go into that at beating with Flacco?
What have we
Yeah.
said?
Come on down and get all your white stuff at Koch Sporting
it's a
Goods.
white-
We're actually going to have to get more of it. Yeah, we're going to need
Yeah.
some of that. No, what have we said this whole time after Burrow went down with the toe? They need to just stay afloat till Burrow comes back.
Right.
And you know what else I like? I like that in this perfect scenario I'm building in my head, if they get to around 500, Burrow comes back sometime in December. You have Flacco in that quarterback room.
Yeah.
You have that
Yeah.
sort of experience, right?
Yep,
he can bounce ideas. You know, Joe and Zach talk.
Maybe he can help with his checkdowns that you're so
Yeah.
sour on. Yeah.
I don't like when he audibles at the line of scrimmage. I would like to do a whole study. I want a week in the film room looking at Joe audible
Okay.
out of whatever play was going to be called and see how it works
Still
out.
my
We'll
favorite
cover
is
for you
moving-
out
moving
here.
that little
Go
running
ahead
back
and
up to the line.
study your
they're
film.
passing. Just drives me nuts.
Well, we don't know more, I don't think, than the offense.
I will say, I do, if they can kind of flip this playbook and go more under center with more play action, I think Joe flourishes. But there's still the guy that's, calling the
know.
plays down
Or
there.
maybe Jake Browning has a fire lit under his behind, and he
I think he's done.
starts.
I truly
I
think he's
I
done.
think his girlfriend got too much attention the last time he
just wanted to
got
throw
to
her out
start.
there, yeah.
And he doesn't want to put her in the limelight. He's like, hey, lay off my girlfriend. Stop. Stop.
Could he be
ogling
hurt?
her.
Could he have some sort of shoulder issue? It looks like none of the balls he was throwing had any zip on it.
I think he's got
could
a
be,
confidence problem.
Yeah, that could be
No,
too.
I'm not a sports psychologist, but I mean, even his attitude after the Lions game, like I'm the one playing bad, I'm the one this and this and that.
Yeah.
You can say all that, and it's a lot of coach or player speak. I don't think he's all there correct mentally. So I'm glad they got somebody else that can sling it a little bit. We'll see what he can do.
Yep.
Maybe Flacco is just able to help coach up
Yeah.
Browning a little bit. Yeah, I mean, either way,
a good addition.
Maybe he can
it's
help
a good
coach up the
addition.
coach.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, we went back to the Bengals. See how desperate we are for positive vibes with the Bengals. We just
Pretty sad.
no matter what we talk about the rest of this show, we're gonna go back to the Bengals and Flacco and how it just might work.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Well, I mean, on the flip side, the Browns are one step closer to Shador.
Yeah, moving on up.
Yeah.
Well, back to
everybody wants it.
my prediction of 4 starting quarterbacks throughout the season.
Where's Kenny
Well,
Pickett?
I don't know, but if Dylan happens to go down with an injury, which I hope he doesn't, I kind of like Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you're getting Shador,
For better or worse.
Oh boy.
and then
we
you
go.
might be right after that.
Yep. Once he tanks, then who
And
else
they'll
they
trade
got?
back for Joe Flacco after Joe Burrow comes back.
Get that pick back. They'll do a draft day. They'll get all their picks. Well, enough positive thinking. Let's talk about the Reds. We sat here a week ago, excited. They got in. We were, who cares how they get in, right?
They're just in. They got the pitching staff that can take them.
So before the season, if you looked at the official Reds program, they said they called it a new era of Reds baseball. You got that? Yeah,
I'm gonna
a
put it
new
up there.
era with Tito Francona. And, they got Green on there and Ellie, and everybody's excited about the new process he was going to bring to the team. So I want you just to look at some of these numbers. So 2025, they finished 83-79. We know what happened in the playoffs. They couldn't beat the Dodgers. So I don't think a lot of people are going to beat the Dodgers in the playoffs, so that's neither here nor there from where I'm sitting. They were 77-85 last year when they fired David Bell. 2023 was the year of excitement when they had all these young guys, right? They went 82-80. So I'm not even talking about wins and losses, but I want you to look at some of these numbers here. You go back to 2023, they had a team ERA of 4.83. That's terrible. 2024 went down to 4.09. Okay, so they're starting to get some pitching. This year it was 3.86. Now, I didn't look to see where that ranked in Major League Baseball, but I know just historically speaking, that's not bad. So that's good. So they're building their pitching. Let's go back to 2020-23 on the other side of things. They hit 198 home runs. Remember home runs? I sure as heck do. 2024, 174. So they're trending down. This year, 167 home runs. So they're pitching better overall. Maybe that's the new era. They're pitching in small ball. They got Ke'Bryan Hayes. He can pick it at third base. They can't score. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of looking back at the Reds and kind of looking at what they need to be next year without getting into specific
I'm really
players.
kind of curious as to what people really thought was going to happen this year. Like, he's a brand new manager. He's going to bring his own philosophies, his own style, his own clubhouse with him. It takes a year or two to kick in for you to see like the benefits of what he's doing. So year one, they made the playoffs. Whether they backed in or not, I mean, they made the playoffs. Maybe he's the lucky charm that they make the playoffs for those unforeseen reasons.
So baseball gods
they really like him
into the playoffs.
What is his method? What would you say the Francona way is? What are we?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I really don't know yet.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but just go with me on this. They scored 5 runs in a playoff game and 4 runs in a playoff game. I still have scar tissue from 2010 when they couldn't get a hit.
Yeah.
Okay? I think there's something to be said for whatever. I mean, listen, we can cherry pick and nitpick some of the dumb things we think were dumb in the playoffs, right? Pinch hitting didn't he pinch hit for...
Game 2 was not his
odd.
best showing.
Right.
Game 1, like, you had your ace. Hunter Green was ready to go. He got the yips in an inning. He did.
He did.
Something happened. Something came over him, and he just left a couple sliders right over the middle of the plate.
But Francona has been there. He's got pelts on the wall is one of those sayings that people use. He's won World Series and all that. But I don't think the Reds shrunk from the moment necessarily in the playoffs like I thought they would. Let's put it this way. And this is not a shot at David Bell because enough of those have been taken. But if you put David Bell in the dugout in L.A. in the 2-game series, you take Francona out, I think it's a lot worse. Is that fair? Not fair? Out of balance?
I don't know if I want to play that game.
Well, that's all we do here.
I know, but I don't know if I want to play that game with those two managers.
Okay.
Because I think Bell would have pitched differently. I think he would have thrown different guys.
When did
Abbott?
I think he
Your
would have thrown
all-star?
Abbott game 2 because you got to go.
How much rest was Abbott going on that game? Do you remember? Was it 4 days, 5 days? I don't remember when he pitched. He didn't pitch the last day. He didn't pitch the Saturday.
yeah.
Did he? Did he pitch Saturday?
No, it was.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't matter. It's October.
I-
Put your horses out there. Let 'em
yeah,
go.
let him go. And like you threw Nick Lodolo 14 pitches and he got you 5 outs and you pulled him. Well, at least
that
let
I
him
didn't
finish the inning.
understand.
At least let him finish the inning.
Yeah.
And then instead you bring in a guy and the rest is history.
So if you're the front office, let's play front office. Let's play GM for a 2nd. That's always fun. That's all people do anyway. So if you look at some of the other, if you look at the Reds payroll, and I don't know what they're looking at down there. Just full disclosure, I don't know what the Castellinis are doing, and that's not a shot. Do you want attendance? Do you want TV ratings? Do you want to win? You know, every ownership group's got different priorities, right? Their attendance at Great American Ballpark has gone up significantly the last 3 years, right? They're above 2 million each of those years. The high water mark is this year. There was excitement around Francona, around De La Cruz, whatever. If you look at how much they spend now, it's not really going up at all. Now they gave Nick Martinez a lot of money to play baseball this year, and you would have to convince me that was a good investment. I think he made $21 million.
Yeah,
and he ended up being a middle reliever. I get it because you traded for another starter. So I think if you look at the numbers we looked at a second ago, the team ERA is going down. I think the money they are spending has been put there.
Okay.
So put your GM hack on here, everybody, at this counter, and tell me what you would do differently in 2026. I think they only have $57 million spoken for. They're going to have to do all the arbitration, all that. What would you do? How would you construct the 2026 Reds?
I'd spend $200 million.
Okay, realistically,
I don't
how
think
would
they're,
you?
they're not
No,
quite
but
there
like
yet.
that's a nice round number. I'd spend $200 million. It's easy.
Easy
And
math.
then- so
Easy
you have a
math.
number here of $119 million is what their payroll was this past season.
Right.
So let's just go off of that. You have $80 million. If you just set a cap, like, hey, our cap is $200 million. Nick Kroll, go out and find me some guys I need a couple of bats for $80 million. Go get it done.
You would get Schwarber with that extra $80 million.
Schwarber.
A guy who wants to come here anyway.
Yeah, and you need a threat. I understand the small ball thing, but you also need the threat of hitting the long ball.
Can you imagine if they had hit, what has he got, 56 home runs this year or something? If you throw that into these stats here.
Well, it's ironic. It's ironic, Ryan, too, because the Phillies have two guys that want to play in Cincinnati.
Who's the
Who's
other
the
one?
second one?
Castellanos wants to play
He
here.
wants to come back?
No, when he left, he went and said, I wish I was still there. I want to win for that city. You know, and that could have been, but he seemed like he was genuine with that. But it's just funny though, right? You have guys that want to come here. So it's not like when you talk about the Bengals and you're like, oh, they don't want to go play for the Brown family. People want to play here for baseball.
Well, the fans are passionate here, and it's no secret. If you win, they show up. And if you win, you make more money. It's not that hard of a concept. So go out and get yourself a couple of guys who can actually hit the ball over the right field wall.
I think they're just sandbagging it a little bit. You know, as much young talent as they have in the organization, they're waiting to see who shows up, who becomes that big bat that, you know, everybody's been clamoring for the last year. You know, we need to go out and get somebody. I think they're just waiting to see who emerges. I think like Noelvi Marte can be that guy. Now that he's in the outfield, they moved him to the outfield. He was getting acclimated, and he showed some life with his bat. You know, now you've got Sal Stewart coming up. So I think you got a couple of years.
A veteran guy like a Schwarber in there with
Patrick,
those guys?
To push back on that, that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That is what they're doing.
But I think as the team gels and matures and moves forward, then they're going to go get somebody. It could be
when.
I think they're still a couple of years away from it, or maybe at this time next year. That's when they're going to make a splash.
I want to go to what you're saying a couple years from now. So if you wait a couple of years from now, you're going to have to pay a lot of guys.
Abbott Green.
So you're going to have to you're going to have to do it now while they're cheap, because ownership's cheap.
It's now or never.
It's now or never. Like I get what you're saying, but if those guys do develop, they just became that much more expensive.
And to be fair, they've done that, right? You know, they've looked at McLean, Marte, Encarnacion Strand, De La Cruz. These guys have had 3 years in the bigs. They've had enough time with those, right? And I know what you're saying. You look at the next.
I think they've had enough time with Marte.
Well, they've seen him. They've seen him. And if Matt McLean teaches us anything, by the way, it should be that we shouldn't expect the next big thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't expect that much movement from a player.
But the nice thing is, I think you know what you have with Ellie. You're going to have a guy who's going to hit around 275-ish, maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher. Just, he does need to run more, and that might be managerial. Marte, I love Marte.
Yeah.
I love him. I love him.
He's really going to come around here.
Good defensive third baseman, Brian Hayes, who you have till 2030. You got Stewart. I can't wait for next year for Stewart. I want to see him in a full season.
He's a bulldog. He's the only guy that said, he put it on him. The only guy that got runs in that last game early on, and he's like, that's on me. I let the team down. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Everybody else is kind of in a celebratory, gosh darn it, we made it. He's the only guy that seemed up. I mean, I know they're upset. But I love having that kind of an alpha guy on the team. I'm with you. I think that's great. I just want to see the ball go over the fence. Few more times.
But I think they're there. I think to what you said a couple of weeks ago, that they're building up for something. I think they're there. They have the pitching. You need maybe a bullpen arm or two, but you need to go get yourself a bat or two. A trusted bat. Not something that
Thank you.
They were a bat 5 years ago. You need something now.
Yeah.
And go spend it.
And Duhar, get him back. He's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, but
he's a good
Duhar
bat.
was great for them this year.
Now he is situational more though, right? Because he doesn't
go
against.
He was more of a pinch hitter, DH guy.
Depending on who's on the mound.
So maybe he'll be a little bit cheaper for next year.
They just need to get bats. I'm sorry. They've done a great job, I think, on the pitching side, and that's what I wanted that to illustrate. And they have, I think, the back end. They just maybe don't pitch him as much. Santian and help me out.
Pagan?
Yeah, Pagan, Emilio. He did great. They did great, and you're not overpaying for a closer.
Right.
Keep those guys. They got good arms. Maybe if you
get a shutdown lefty, like a lefty who can absolutely just shut down a game.
those don't grow on trees.
They
I'd love
don't.
for that. But okay, let me ask you this: that shutdown lefty, or now? Listen, I'm going to play the Schwarber game because you threw $200 million out. So I got money to spend. I got
You've
money
got
to
$80
burn.
million to spend right now. If
I'm
you had
getting
$80 million,
Schwarber.
I'm getting Schwarber.
That's it.
Schwarber, bring Chapman back.
Yes.
Shut down lefty.
Oh my
You're not getting-
goodness.
I don't think you're getting him. No offense.
No. They got to be aggressive. Patrick's absolutely right with their process and what they've done, building the stock or stockpiling the farm system. They've done a good job of it, but they need established bats. And I'm not talking to Schwarber necessarily.
I just
but
feel
they
like
need to
they're
get
there.
more.
Like you were saying,
They're
like
right on
they're
the-
there. They're
right
there.
on the verge.
You bring in a veteran guy, like you even said Castellanos or a Schwarber, or like even I'm just going to throw this out there. It ain't going to happen. Pete Alonso, just a veteran guy in there to bring up these younger guys. They don't have anybody right now.
Who's to say it
They
won't happen
don't
with
have a
Alonso?
guy that's like in there like, hey guys, we're doing it this way. Like this is how you do it. This is how you go. Ellie, take a couple days off, man. You're not the Iron Man. Let's go.
So
Yeah.
they need to do that. They 100% need to do that. By the way, the remaining teams in the divisional series, you know what their payrolls are? Average $231 million. Now that's with the Brewers still in, who's only a shade over what the Reds are. I think they're around 130, 132. You know, so they don't spend a lot of money, but they're just an anomaly. I don't know how they do it. I wish we could figure that out. But to your point, and then by the way, the remaining teams that those teams, their average attendance, if you want to make money at the gate, 37,000. So if you spend it,
They will come.
they will come.
Well, you also have to win. Winning.
That's
is
too
the cure
long.
all.
If you spend it, they will come is quicker and easier to remember.
If you
Just
win,
spend
it
money.
cures everything.
Spend money. You got to spend money to make money. People say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
Spend money.
Yeah, and that's why I think the Bengals went out and they were spending a ton of money and said, "Crap."
You get what you pay for.
And here we are back at the Bengals because we want this to
crap.
work so well.
Ah, crap. We spent a lot of money. Let's try to figure something out.
Speaking of crap, if you look at our weekly picks in the NFL, are you smarter than a second grader? I'm not anymore, by the way. Spoiler alert. I went 1-4 last week.
Ooh.
Gnarly.
I don't
I
want to
won't
say
call that
anything
well.
right now because
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know where I'm at.
You're rolling 14-6. You're
Hey,
in first.
hey,
You had a good
hey.
week.
If you want a betting line, just bet my picks.
No, we're not betting with well, yeah. So
I just put this.
yeah,
up
just
here
go ahead and put it
for,
up because Jason's 14-6. The second grader and Ryan are tied at 12-8. I'm now right at 500, one game ahead of Patrick.
Oh.
There was carnage in the NFL this past week.
Yeah,
the
it's
Chiefs
fun.
losing. It was fun. The
Chiefs
Bills-
lost. Hey, we knew.
Chiefs lost.
knew.
Bills
We know.
lost.
Did we?
You took the Jags.
Did I take the Jags?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know
Come
why.
on, man.
I don't remember what I picked. That was a week ago.
That's why I had to
Took
go
the
back and
Jags.
watch them.
Okay.
All right,
It's fun watching Patrick Mahomes lose.
All right, we're gonna do picks.
let's do
Yeah,
it.
this
Lead
is-
us off.
Let's go.
What do we got?
We've
I might
got
change my mind on some of these, by the
Cardinals
way.
at Colts.
Not allowed.
Sunday at 1.
Yeah, Cardinals at the Colts. Colts. Now, by the way, the first couple of games I think here are just some surprise teams. They're fun teams. Colts.
Colts.
They're cooking.
What time's that game?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Sunday.
Ryan?
Whoa, the Colts, they're hot. I mean, what's going on with who's the receiver from Alec Pierce? Is he playing? Was he out?
What's the receiver's name? You know what his name is. Yeah,
All right, I got the
shameless
Colts.
plug.
What about you, Eric?
I don't think they do this, but yeah, let's do the horseshoe. The Colts. Do they? Maybe it's more angled. I don't know. Yeah.
No,
go
they,
Colts.
they got the pretzel, the
Can I change
pretzel
my pick?
No!
horseshoe.
Can I change my pick?
No.
No.
Can you switch my pick? Can you?
I
I'm
don't
asking.
know.
Not. It's a little too late to do
We'll
that.
put an asterisk next
I'm
to
going
your
Colts
pick because you did already.
I feel like my memory serves me right that the Cardinals don't travel well to the East Coast and play well, so I will go Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, I was double second guessing my pick too when I see that everybody's picked the Colts. You know, there's just got to be. I'll stick with the Colts though.
I mean, they snuck past the Raiders by like 34 last week.
Yeah,
so I
the
think
Colts have
it's-
just been playing really well. The Cardinals are just so.
So the second grader picked the Cardinals because they're Angry Birds. He always thought the logo looked like the Angry Birds.
yeah.
He does look mean and menacing. But here's the funny thing. I remember years ago the Cardinals went off to like a 9-0 start, right? And then just tanked.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that could be the Colts. Everybody's not sure whether or not to buy in. You know, they realize this fool's gold. Is Lou Anarumo really that good at calling defense there?
Daniel Jones, that good?
Yeah, that's why everybody's waiting for
Giants
one of those
screw him
shoes to
up that
fall.
much?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Did
could
they
be.
screw him up that much?
But I'm saying they could. I mean, we're all hesitant, I think, on this Colts thing.
Yeah.
But they should still get to 5-1, and then train will fall off the tracks later. We'll get to that. We'll see how that goes.
Bengals playing this year?
No, just in preseason. They got that weird preseason arrangement. Yeah. Next game, Ryan. What
Next,
we got?
Seahawks versus Jaguars.
Duval.
1 o'clock game.
Okay. Another, by the way, you just said it. West Coast team traveling east.
Yeah.
Early kick.
And that's part of why I'm picking the Jaguars. I'm going against my Seahawks. I just feel like the Jaguars they're rolling.
You see that ending, by the way? Yeah, Trevor, that's how good things are going in Duval.
himself and gets up. And,
They
trips over his own
still
feet.
lost to the Bengals.
Yeah.
Feather in our cap.
Yep.
I think I picked Jacksonville too.
You
didn't
did
I?
also, yep.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
Jason.
I'm going with the Seahawks because the Jaguars are due for a bad game. They always have one of those just weird games where they just don't do anything right, like the second half of the Bengals game.
That'll be the playoffs.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Patrick?
I picked the Seahawks too. I don't know. They lost at home to a team from Florida, so now they're going to Florida, and they got a score
Extra
to settle.
motivation?
So yeah, that's got to be like the farthest. Well, no, I guess Miami would be the farthest city for them to
It's
travel
far
to.
enough. I get
It's
your
far
point.
enough. It's not going to be easy for them, but yeah, I for some reason I'm just going with the Seahawks.
There we go.
They need a bounce back game, and they're going to do it.
Our boy, the second grader, picked the Jaguars because they're fast, unless you're Trevor Lawrence. But he didn't need to be fast on that one.
Does he know how
Fast enough.
birds are?
Actually, yes. Didn't I hit you with that piece of trivia? He said Eagles last week flew like 80 miles an hour. And I told you not to fact check it because I don't really know a lot about the animal kingdom.
All right.
Yeah, I know they're. And actually, my boy Leighton does tell me that the falcon, I think, is like one of the fastest animals. It might be the fastest animal. All right, so face.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our pick from the second
He's
grader.
the one that said that they're fast.
Well, you're questioning his logic.
Yeah.
Just because you have a non-insurmountable lead this early, you shouldn't be crowing like you are.
I'm not.
Crows probably aren't that fast. The next game is yet another matchup,
Yeah,
right?
49ers at Buccaneers.
Another West Coast going to East Coast. This is the theme of the week.
This is a 4:25 game.
So they get a little bit of time now.
A little bit.
Wake up.
This is the one I want to change my pick.
Another one. Buccaneers. I'm going with Buccaneers.
Okay.
Again, the West Coast thing, it plays a big factor.
It's historically it does.
It does.
Yeah, and I picked the Bucs too because I just have to start believing in the Baker Mayfield experiment in Tampa. He's not giving us any reason to doubt him at this point, and it's not always pretty, but he gets it done. So I think they're going to get it done this week.
This is the one I want to change. I have the Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with them, but I really think that the 49ers get it done.
Who's playing quarterback for the 49ers?
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't seem to.
It does not matter. They have Christian McCaffrey.
By the way, okay.
Wait, who's their coach or front office people? Bring them
Lynch.
over here.
Yeah, John Lynch. Kyle Shanahan of 28 to 3 fame, but they don't give him flack. Well, they do. What am I talking about? He gets a lot of flack too.
I'm just curious. That team, how scary would that team be if they could actually stay healthy? They always have injuries that are crazy.
They built the roster correctly. They just get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Joe's the right quarterback here in Cincinnati, but he just keeps getting hurt.
Just keeps getting hurt.
49ers, yeah. Patrick, who do you have in this one?
I'm going with the Bucks again. They just got it. They got it going on.
I guess I can't lose my lead if you all pick the same thing.
Yeah.
You could just wait to pick last now and just play the long game.
I mean, I did gain some ground on that Bucks pick last week too. So,
I
but
took the Bucks too.
Sorry, gained some ground on the other guys. But yeah, the Bucks, they're putting it all together. It's
What's that?
it's kind of fun to watch.
Who?
Down in Tampa.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, Todd Bowles is a great coach.
Where was he before?
He was the Jets.
Yeah. With Sanchez? Mark Sanchez?
I think he was well after.
Yeah, that was after Sanchez. That's just your way of wanting to talk about Sanchez. We can talk a little bit about Mark.
Fumble, Shankin.
Yeah, he's had quite the run. Where are we? 49ers. So Leighton did pick the 49ers. The second grader picked the 49ers because they'd be 49 years old. I don't know, whatever. I mean, you know what, honestly, and I will say that I'd second-guess my pick as well because I do think there's something to be said for no matter who's playing quarterback, they get it done, even with a depleted roster, which makes me think, did they overpay Brock Purdy? Maybe, if Mac Jones can do it too. Anyway.
Or maybe they just signed a really good backup.
The fact that
Hey,
Brock
just like
Purdy
the Bengals.
Brock Purdy was a third-string quarterback that happened to work out.
Ryan, where did Brock Purdy go to school?
Fun fact.
You know what? I wanted to talk about, and I forgot about this throughout the day, but
Yeah, give Ryan time. Go ahead.
I don't know.
who are your favorite
State?
third-string
Oh, okay.
quarterbacks?
Iowa State. What?
Who are your favorite third-string quarterbacks?
I'm sorry, what? Is that a real question?
Yeah. Like, okay, so like in Cincinnati, we had Jeff Blake. He was a third-stringer that actually worked out.
Oh, okay, Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner, there you go.
Yeah, that's my all-time.
I'm sure
favorite.
Tom Brady started as a third string.
Yeah,
when
I think he
drafted.
was too.
He turned out okay.
Yeah.
The Saints had Aaron Brooks.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he beat
He
Kurt
worked
Warner
out
in the
pretty-
playoffs in 2002
Yeah.
for the
Alright.
Saints.
And then you can't forget about the third-string quarterback of all third-string quarterbacks, Steamin' Willie Beeman of the Miami Sharks.
This is why you brought it up, just for a movie reference. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why you did this. I'm
Somebody
surprised
out
there's
there
not a picture.
appreciate. Is anybody watching right now, Ryan?
No, we turned that off because we don't want anybody to encourage what you're doing.
What? No.
Chat, I'm hiding that.
Oh, a lot of people. Oh no, it's gone. Hey, we were picking games. Let's get back to that. The big one, though, I would say, for most, is Detroit at Kansas City.
Yep.
Hey, what do you know at Kansas City? Even though I know they were just in Jacksonville.
What do you know? Chiefs on prime time again.
Well, they did win a lot of Super Bowls. What do you got, Ryan?
Detroit.
Detroit.
They look good. They look good this year.
Well, they look good against the Bengals.
Well,
But okay, I picked Detroit as well. But I will tell you, I'm going back and forth on this one because at some point the Chiefs are going to figure it out. But this has the feelings of oh gosh, we're 2-4, but they're going to pull. They're going to get some wins after this, just not this week.
okay.
The Chiefs got the calls to go their way last week again, and they lost. So Lions by 1 billion.
Okay, Patrick.
Chiefs just aren't getting it done this year. So, yeah, I guess they're not getting the calls. Things are evening out for them. So,
they got
going
the
with
calls last week.
the Lions.
Pick the
Yeah.
same again.
2-4 Patrick Mahomes.
The second grader picked
Sounds
the
fun.
Lions because they're the Lions, and if he wasn't a second grader, he probably would have added like a MF and Lions before it.
Yeah.
Flex.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's his squad up. So go Lions, clean sweep for the Lions. The last game, I apologize. We're not picking the Bengals until they can prove that they're pick worthy. We're not just not doing it. So we're going to the.
I still feel like we should have picked like two teams that are like 1-4 or.
You want an
0-5.
ugly game? You
Yeah, I
want
want
an
an
ugly
ugly
game?
game that you can't predict.
Okay, this one isn't really. It's kind of ugly aesthetically. It's Chicago at the Commanders.
Okay.
The Tyreek Stevenson Hail Mary game rematch from last year. He's the dude that was chirping at Commander fans.
Oh yeah, he turned
Remember?
around and was yelling at the fans.
He's
and
yelling at the
plays-
fans
while
while the play's going on, and he's the one who tipped
Can
the
we
ball.
talk about that? Like, you have that, and then the guys who fumble right before the
Yeah,
for the goal
in
line?
Arizona,
What are we
yes.
doing?
And it's
How-
the same mistakes over and over again. These aren't new mistakes.
like, why would you even drop the ball at all near the goal line? Why are you dropping?
Isn't that the premise of the Chad Powers movie, by the way?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, in the national championship game for Oregon, he drops it at the 1 yard line in the Rose Bowl and loses the championship game. Okay,
I think if I were a coach, I would say, look, guys, I'd give them a little history lesson or a little lesson in other sports. You know where the term touchdown comes from? It's rugby. When you score a try, you have to touch down the ball in the end zone.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and then from where you touch it down, that's where like the extra point try comes from. So if you touch it down like right between the goalposts, then you can kick it from straight on.
Okay.
But if you touch it down on the sides, you have a longer angle. So in other words, if I'm the coach, look, if you score a touchdown, you have to touch the ball down in the end zone physically.
I mean, that's a
put
good
it
way
on
to
the
stop
ground.
people from doing
Yeah,
it.
okay.
It's just, it's mind-blowing. It happens every single year, and it happens multiple times.
That's a grievance if I've ever heard one before. We'll get to that in a second. The Stevenson thing, though, last year, I've never seen that, where he's chirping with fans while the play is going, the last play of the game, and then he was like, shoot, I messed up. I'm going to go up and tap the ball up in the air so the other team can catch it. I'm sorry, that's the worst one. The rematch, though, spoiler, you can just put them all up, Ryan, because we all have the W's.
Did you
winning
see
that one.
the
Did we
Hail
all
Mary
pick all the same
in
ones?
the Eagles? Did you
what?
see the Hail Mary in the Eagles game?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts threw it in the end zone and sprinted down, trying to catch the tip.
Good for him.
Did he really?
Yeah, he
I
threw
didn't
it and
see
took
that.
off sprinting towards
How
the end
close
zone.
did he become?
He was probably like the 5, maybe 6.
He was close enough to be near the shot, I thought.
Wow.
The Bears are going to win, according to the second grader, because they will eat the other players.
Did we give
He
reasons
might
why we're
actually
taking
be
Commanders?
right on that one.
We don't need to. It's not that. It's an ugly game, right? I mean,
Is it what?
Maybe I need
it
to
the Monday
start
night?
using more
Yeah,
second
it's a
grader logic
Monday
on
night
these because
well, I don't know.
I'm
You
not
kind of did earlier with
doing
your
so
Bucks
great.
Where are the
pick. They
standings
just
again?
got it going on.
they just got it
Can you
going
see the
on.
standings again?
They're
Yeah.
Pirates.
Want to see the standings again?
Yar.
Yeah, here we go. What do we got? 12. I mean, yeah, you're ahead by a lot right now, but it's early. And
No, I was
remember
just looking at where Patrick was.
we missed a week because we took a bye week.
Yep.
But all the NFL players do, so why shouldn't we? All right, we'll see how this goes. I like this. A lot of
And he
volatility.
does get one courtesy,
No, he
loss.
doesn't.
'Cause he said remember he was
Yeah, the
taking a lot-
Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he took the Browns
He's
because
9-10-1.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Still in last place. Doesn't help.
It's ridiculous. All right. Well, here's the time to complain, everybody, if you want to. I'm going to skip that. You know why?
Why?
Because you ruined it.
What do
You can put it up there, but you know what the trivia
complained.
question is? Fun
I don't-
fact,
I
the
don't know what
last,
it is.
well, he said it. Let's see if you were listening. You're right, but go ahead and you can put it up. They beat Iowa State, who was ranked number 12. The last time, it was their highest ranked win at Nippert since 2006. Name the team that they beat that year?
It was Rutgers.
Yeah,
Yes, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought everybody would have forgot. That was the weird year where South Florida and Rutgers were good. I think West
Rutgers
Virginia
was like
good.
number 5 when they came in.
That was
here.
like when
Number
you had a
7.
new number
7.
2 every week.
Yeah,
I think there was, like 10 or 12 teams had a shot at being number 2.
yeah, that was
Can
just
you
a
name
weird
the quarterback, Jason, from
For-
that team?
Could you?
06. Gino Godoli?
No.
No, Zach Caleris.
Nope.
No? Oh.
Probably at
read
some
that?
point.
Davila?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Hey,
Who?
how about who
Nick
scored?
Davila?
Who was the leading receiver for the Bearcats in that game? You'll know this name.
In 2006.
6. You'll know it.
I saw it.
You went to the
though.
NFL. Oh, you know
I
it.
saw it because when I put it up.
2006.
Yeah. This was like the beginning of the Bearcats getting guys in the league, right? So think about like one of those old I don't know,
Travis Kelce.
tight end.
Was it
Was it
tight
a
end?
tight end?
Oh yeah.
Ryan, you want to tell him? Drop some knowledge. We're running out of time.
Yeah, drop
it's
some
not
knowledge.
Connor Barwin. Brent Selleck.
Brent Selleck.
Oh,
You know what's funny
dang.
about that?
I sold him a pair of shoes once. Should have known that.
I didn't.
He owned the bar in White Oak Shopping Center.
I have nothing to add to this, except that he had one reception for 83 yards and a touchdown. An 83-yard touchdown for Brent Selleck.
And that was the highest
that was-
receiver in the game?
Yeah, for the Bearcats.
right.
They won 30-11. What a weird score. Ray Rice was held in
Ray
check for the
Rice.
most
Ray
part.
Rice.
Ray Rice for Rutgers.
Oh, wow.
So that was fun. So that was the trivia question, but Ryan kind of ruined it with
I
his
didn't
deep
realize.
digging into Bearcat lore. That's fine. It's good. It was fun to bring up. Rutgers was once a powerhouse in 2006.
Hey, Wes Miller got another recruit this past week.
I saw that.
Yeah, another top 50.
That's
boy.
he can recruit.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
So we're going to have to start talking
gonna
about them
pay
here
off?
shortly. Basketball's
It's
coming
coming.
up.
Let's
It's coming.
hit
It's
the
coming.
brakes a little bit. They got a couple of these weird.
Scott's handling his business. Come on, Wes.
They got a couple of these weird like tune-up games against real teams.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
was it? Michigan
Michigan.
and Arkansas. No.
Yeah,
Is it
that
Arkansas?
sounds right. That sounds
Okay.
right. Arkansas.
Which I don't fully get that. Maybe that'll be my grievance.
No, but that's good because then you can play you don't want to play some NAIA team. You want to play a team that has some talent that you can compete against.
Yeah, I don't know.
See where you're at.
I don't get it. There's a lot of things I don't get. Anybody have anything to complain about for reals this week? Anybody?
That's not what I want to put up.
No, Aaron.
There we go.
grievances.
There it is. Aaron
Complain. Who wants to complain about stuff?
I have a second part to one of my grievances.
It better not be Chipotle related because
Nope,
you've really
nope,
raked
nope.
those guys
This
across
is-
the coals.
I want to believe that my grievance that I gave created change. Took the family to Miles of Golf. Half the golf balls in my basket were brand new.
So
Good job.
Driving range is replacing their golf balls.
How about that?
There you go.
I know that's probably
Somebody
not
out there
why,
is listening to us.
but
Applause.
I'm gonna believe that me airing a grievance of driving ranges having crappy golf balls when they shouldn't,
okay,
So-
well, I'll air the Chipotle running out of cheese one again because when I go home tonight, I bet they'll be out of cheese again. But I'm not going to do that.
No,
That'd
you
be
can't
petty.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's petty to complain about Chipotle being out of cheese.
So
Like,
if they're out of cheese, shouldn't they give you a
that's
discount?
like the second most important
No, because you
ingredient.
don't
Right.
have to- you don't
Shouldn't
have-
you get a discount?
You don't have to choose cheese. It's an
Okay,
addition.
then charge by pound.
Well, what
feel
about
like that's one
queso?
of the
I mean,
primary
could they
ingredients of a
put
burrito.
queso on there
You're
at no
talking
charge?
too much Chipotle again.
You brought it up.
I know I did because I'm getting hungry. Hey, Bob, while I'm thinking of it, this isn't a grievance. I want to shout out the guys at Corporate, by the
Oh,
way.
yes, Corporate.
Ooh, yeah.
That's who outfitted Jason and I tonight. So, great guys. They have a collaboration with the Bengals and 47 brand. They dropped us off some free swag. We have some that we're selling here as well, so stop in and take a look at some of the stuff they have. Matt with Corporate, we appreciate it if you're watching. Just good guys. Good thing they're doing here.
Absolutely.
So,
Very cool.
that's not a grievance at all, but I just want to shout them out. They're good people.
Got a grievance there, P?
I'll just say, there's a meme out there that with Morpheus says, "What if I told you?" You've seen that meme, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you ... In this case, what if I told you that tall people already know that they're tall?
Oh, that's a
It's
great grievance, actually.
It's been a long time, and we don't talk about this on the show, and you can't see it because I'm sitting down. But let's just say I had a guy here in the store over the weekend, he just walked past me. "Oh, you're tall." Like, I know. It has been a really long time since I've heard anybody say that.
Like,
No,
But
even
it's
like-
it's obvious. You don't just let it go.
What we
Just
hear all
let
the
it
time
go.
is like you walk from behind the counter and they go, "Oh, I thought you were on a step stool."
I thought you was standing on something.
Yeah.
It's like,
how,
even as a-
how
even-
tall are you?
How tall are
6'7"?
you? 6'7"?
yeah, sure. Okay.
He's 6'9".
6'9".
So even as like a short person, I get uncomfortable when I hear it because I know how much it bothers him. Like he knows he's tall. It's not that
Get it.
like come on, like
Like-
you don't walk up to somebody that's 3'4" and go, "You're short." It's
Yeah.
kind of the same
Yeah. You know
same
What?
thing.
New rule. If somebody calls him tall or like, "Oh wow, I didn't know," then you have to hear the story of when you weren't allowed to ride the roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That is
Yeah.
legit terrible. For anybody
Yeah.
who's too short to ride out there, you can also be too tall.
It's
Yeah,
possible.
You can be too tall.
It's happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tall.
That's right.
His name was given to him Utah by a customer, and
Which now that was
That
fun.
was a good one.
That was
joke.
good.
That was a good
he
one.
That was
came
a
in and he
good
said, "Hey,
joke.
are you from Utah?" And I said, "No, why? Because you tall."
And
It
that's
left
a-
me speechless.
That's a fun
I'd
joke.
never heard that one before.
Yeah.
Everybody in the store, like for whatever reason, all you guys were listening. All the customers that were around heard it too. Yeah, it was.
There are real life mic drops, and that was one.
That
he
was
just
one.
left. He
Yeah,
left.
he just
Didn't say
walked right
anything
out.
and just
Yeah.
walked out the door. Like
It was perfect.
If you are that person, get
Yeah.
in touch with us because we want to do something for you.
gotta give you a
the
Cook's
highlight
hat
of the
for
year.
that.
Oh, more than a Cook's hat. That was amazing.
actually, we have a Utah hat over there.
There you go.
I still want. We need our orange polos and get my
Yeah, our old
With
chain
nicknames
stitch
on 'em?
cardigan
the
looking-
nicknames. Yeah,
You gonna be Utah?
I think that's been chosen for
All right,
me.
okay.
So.
Well, I'm not going to air a grievance. Ryan, you want to air anything?
No, I'm good. I think we got it
Oh, I
covered.
brought up Chipotle again. I'm quite happy because the Bengals went out and they made a move. We'll see if it pays off.
One more to be made.
What do you know?
What's that one? Oh, jeez. Well, here we go. So, Fire Zach is still very much alive in Jason's mind.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to give him a couple weeks to do the Flacco experiment. We'll see what happens. By the way, they're not going to fire Zach Taylor right now.
Not right now.
He's got to be.
He's got till the end of the
really,
year,
really
if not
bad.
longer. Yeah, they
See,
have to give him a leash.
Huh? Okay. The team has to finish really badly.
Jason, you're looking at him like you're surprised. This is Mike Brown and the Bengals.
No,
front office we're
but what
talking
did I
about.
say before? They have money invested. What did they do? None of you expected them to go sign somebody. They have money
Neither
invested.
did you to get him to sign Joe Flacco. You didn't see that coming.
Well, no, nobody saw Joe Flacco.
Apparently Duke Tobin did.
Yeah.
And we'll see him from Lambeau Field on Sunday, and we will see you guys to recap it all next week. Thanks for watching.
Good. Thank you.